When you discovered the law of attraction, you started to believe anything was possible. Life got better, much better. Now you want more, but it's not working. That's where the Manifest It Now show comes in. If you've been waiting for someone who can teach you the practical application to manifest quicker and easier while having more, turn the volume up, because the dynamic duo, Cassie Parks and Ginny Gain, are ready to teach you how to live the law of attraction like they do. It's time to laugh and learn.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Manifest It Now. I am here with Cassie Parks.
And I'm here with Ginny Gain.
And today we're going to talk about how to believe in your manifesting. So maybe if there's ever been doubts that you can do it or you can have what you want, or basically if you've ever doubted it, we're going to talk about how to kind of move through that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get stuck here because I think a lot of things there's like a step that's a belief step, but no one ever knows how to do that step.
Yeah.
Like
and that
in a lot of things.
Yeah. Having that belief does really help your manifesting.
It does.
Yeah. What are you excited about, Cass?
I am excited about a lot of things. I was debating. So I'm going to share this one. As I was talking to Jenny, I get a text from my love that's like, hey, someone's outside who wants to buy your Jeep. And
yes,
Jenny knows. So the Jeep is, I've been mostly ready to let go of it for a while. It ebb and flow in the fully ready and not, but it just hasn't been inspired. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was even at, we were at this home improvement store and I was like, oh, I'm just going to get a sign. I'm just going to put on it, make an offer. And then they didn't have like one for cars. It was only like rentals or something. And it was funny, a couple of months ago, my mechanic even said to me, he's like, you still have the Jeep, right? And I said, yeah, because we had a different car in there. And he goes, yeah, he's like, people love those. He goes, my client just got, like, someone approached her at a restaurant when she walked out of a restaurant and made her a ridiculous offer for her Jeep. And she was like, okay. He's like, I'm surprised someone hasn't approached you yet to buy your Jeep. And I was like, oh, I'm setting that intention. And
yeah, so that can happen.
Right? It can be so easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to tie this back into this belief topic when we get there, because I think, okay, I'm going to pause right there and ask you what you're excited about before I get so excited.
She was about to run, guys. She was about to go. I feel really excited about a couple I'm working with. It feels like such a unique opportunity. Like, I love witnessing, and I can see obviously what happens in my own relationships, but being able to see two people growing together so consciously and getting to be a part of it feels awesome. Feels exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
very cool.
Take it away, Cass. Where were you going to go?
Well, we've said, I'll just reiterate it. I think this is a place where a lot of people get stuck because the question they ask is, how do I believe? How do I believe I can manifest things? How do I believe I can get what I want? How do I believe when maybe it hasn't happened yet?
Mm-hmm.
Any other ones that kind of come up with belief?
Why don't I believe? Do I believe? Any of the questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it possible for me to believe? Like, I've never believed. Yeah. There's so much.
How do I know if I'm believing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I think this is another one that trips people up. It's like, if they don't think it's happening, well, they really, a lot of times, one of the default places people go to is, oh, I must not believe enough. But
yes.
How do I do that?
Yes. So I think this really stems from the idea that's out there. And this is, partly true, but we'll break it down that, whatever you believe you can achieve, or you have to believe it to manifest it, or your reality reflects your beliefs. So I must get my beliefs in place.
Yeah, it's a belief that you have to.
That
you have to wrangle those beliefs to be perfectly aligned with the thing that to believe that you can get that. So That's a great place to start. Do you believe that's true?
Yeah, I want to bust that wide open. No, don't believe it's true.
Me either.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where people get stuck, because they're trying to force yourself to believe. And forcing that, first of all, I've used the word forcing a couple of times, right? Anytime you're trying to make something different, you're not moving in a new direction, you're not creating, you're really trying to, force it down or change it or do something like that instead of creating what you want.
Yeah, it's a totally different energy to like the belief might be the thing, kind of slowing you down, but by focusing on trying to change it, you're not in your greatest power. Like there's so many other ways to focus, everything Cassie and I talk about
Yes.
being that is that those are the focuses and those are the actions that are going to change your belief. I'm trying to think. It's kind of like, I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but it's like trying to change the symptom versus the what's underneath
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then get a different outcome.
Yeah.
So do you use this phrase? I'm very curious right now. Like, oh, I believe I can have that. Like, does that come up like a lot in your day to day?
Yes, I actually, well, I mean, in my day to day, I
Like,
believe I do use that. Like, I believe I can have what I want. I believe I can be, do, or have anything I desire. I believe anything is possible. Yeah, I like those statements.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong on that. I was just curious because as we're talking, I'm like, I don't think I say that out loud. Or
Yeah,
it's
I don't
really
hear
like
you
a
say
thing.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really an innate thing. And I don't think one is right or wrong, but I asked to show people that it's not just, you don't have to be saying it. It's the thing you become. And maybe you say it because you've become that person, like in Jenny's case, or maybe you just are it, sort of like me. And so it doesn't come out of your mouth a lot. It's that belief that is sort of that underlining like background music of your life.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is I don't never really affirmed those things until I felt them, like until I knew them. Versus
Ooh, same way.
I never tried to convince myself I believe something.
Yes, me
Yeah.
either. But now they come. I'm just going to point this out for the audience.
Like it's just a part of my reality. So it's easy to say that.
Yeah. And it naturally comes out because you believe it, but you weren't trying to get there to where it was. It just happened once you believed it.
Right. And so now it's a powerful tool for me. But what's I think underneath that is when I'm doing that or when I'm coaching that, it's about coming back to what you know. Like when you say something that you believe in, like I believe this, it's very grounding. It's very kind of solidifying and connecting, which to me is all about being in alignment. It's like connecting you and you. And so whatever, that's a great feeling to activate, to acknowledge within yourself. And from that place comes like you open up space for what's next.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've always, for a long time, like I don't say it very often, but it's something that you can find in like my writing. I believe in the power of possibilities.
Yeah.
And as you were saying that, I'm going to add a step that I wasn't planning on at the beginning of the show. I think part of what keeps people from believing is in their manifesting is that they haven't done step one of figuring out what you do believe in for yourself that maybe has everything or maybe has nothing to do with manifesting.
So anyone listening, stop right now, pull your car over, stop your run, take 60 seconds and ask yourself, because this is a really powerful exercise. Like, what do I believe? Literally, when I was creating my business, it was the first video. And if you guys can go back and find it on YouTube, it's very embarrassing, but it was awesome. Like, I believe, and it was like everything I believe in. And it's like, I believe we can have everything we want. I believe, like, and it's powerful. It gets you into your power.
Yes. Even if it's not manifesting related yet.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's about who you are and knowing those internal beliefs of who you are, because I don't think you can build your manifesting beliefs until you know you and the beliefs that you hold true for yourself and the way you see the world.
Yes. I want to like scream this out loud. So the beliefs before you try to believe in your manifesting, get grounded in what you do believe, what is concrete within yourself. There's no wavering on, because from the place of that grounded belief, you'll then be in the place to receive more beliefs and develop the beliefs about other areas that aren't there yet.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, who's there?
Right? We're usually on the phone. We had a little technical difficulty today. So, I don't normally need to put my phone on silent, but here we go. If my little boy was here, he'd be like dancing and singing right now. So all of those beliefs, are, they're so fundamental. And when I go back, that saying, I believe in the power of possibility, is probably one of the first beliefs that I put out there for myself. Maybe, yes, it showed up in business, but more importantly, it was for myself. When I sat down in the very beginning, even before my, making LOA work days, when I would tell you that I was doing it wrong, I was doing that right. Like, I knew that's what I believed in.
Mm-hmm.
And that has nothing to do with my ability to manifest. It has everything to do, but nothing to do with my ability to believe I can manifest.
Yeah. So what would you say, Cass, for someone who doesn't currently believe they can have what they want, or that they can manifest what they want?
I would say, we're focused in the wrong area.
Yes, I 100% agree.
Yeah, you've probably been trying to force that belief for a while, and now it's time to step back and really, and I would say exactly what you just said. Let's at least find one thing you believe in, who you are, like at your core.
Focus on what you believe.
Yes.
And trust that feeling, because then you're in belief, right? What about, what was I going to say? If you don't believe in your manifesting, I lost it.
Okay. I'll pick it up maybe. If you don't believe in the power of your manifesting, so you do want to go back and find those beliefs, and you're at the wrong step of your manifesting. You're really in a house space. It doesn't seem like it. And if you've, sort of filtered some of that outside LOA information, you might have even had it drilled in your head. You have to believe, you have to believe, you have to believe, you have to figure out how to believe. But belief comes from, I believe, decision and experience.
Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about this. So how do we increase our belief in something?
So I would say, first is like, decide and get clear about what you do believe. We've already said that, but that first step, have that step. I can't emphasize enough, like, don't skip that one.
Yeah.
And then the experience is to start building, like, okay, if I do believe, so let's just go back to my first belief. If I believe in the power of possibility, then I need to start opening up and seeing more possibilities. And opening up can even be a little how. I know what that means, but let me try and do it without like sort of an action. It means I'm going to consciously look around for possibilities I didn't see before, or possibilities that what I want is true, possibilities that people are doing what I want, possibilities that people are getting money, possibilities, right? Just like the Jeep.
Yeah.
Opening up and hearing that story, like, oh yeah, my client, somebody walked out and handed her a ridiculous amount of money for her Jeep.
Yep.
Right. Just like opening up and being willing to see those things.
I love that. I use, instead of possibility, I use possibility, but also I use openness. So I don't think we need to believe in our dreams or in our manifesting or, the big things, but we do need to be open to it being true, or open to seeing it. And that's, I think, the same when you're open, like, okay, you get curious. What if this is possible? How might this be true? Where is this true for other people? So that it's a reality. And that is the next step to bringing you into the experience that you're going to start to have some experiences. And then once you have the experiences, that's how it's part of this, live into alignment thing. You have experiences, and that helps build your belief. It's the practicing of looking at things the way you choose, and then having experiences and being able to truly know that this is a reality.
Yes. And those experiences, so what you will find on this show, we dance between sort of a shorter term in a learning and building up like foundation, and the longer term game of that big, huge vision. And in this case, to build up that belief, it's a lot to believe. If you, whatever it is, I can have a $10 million house, I can do this, something that seems so far away, can be hard to believe in. So I also believe that you want to start by building that foundation of experience, little bits at a time, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's just seeing the car that you want more often, even if it's manifesting $10, it's why I start with manifest 10K. It has to be there so that you can build up that belief to go for that really big thing.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I was listening to something the other day, and they were talking about how when you're asking for something that you don't believe in, it feels far and hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're asking for something that you do believe in, it feels easy, right? That seems like a pretty simple concept for us. But instead of asking for something that feels so far away, where your belief is so far on it, just practice asking for what it's easy to believe in, and let that build your belief. Because once you've gotten enough of those little things, they're going to gradually get bigger, and your belief is going to build just by your observation that, hey, I believe this and it's possible, and then I believe this and it's possible. So sometimes like reaching too far too soon is us kind of setting ourselves up to not believe.
Yeah, because we don't have any evidence to back it up.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But when we've manifested this thing and this thing, and then we have this story, and oh yeah, that time I got into that restaurant really easy. And that time I found you, this can even start with the parking space example, right? Oh yeah, now I can do that. You're building that belief, to believe more that bigger experience is possible.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing I really want you guys to take away is it will happen naturally by you trusting what you already believe in, and like making that your focus, not trying to force a belief of something you don't believe.
Yes, it will happen naturally.
Yeah.
By believing in what you do believe in.
I mean,
because to kind of,
we can have everything we want. So
yes,
but we don't always believe that. And that's okay.
Right.
That is okay. We're here to evolve and become more and believe more and more and more in ourselves. There's something out there that there's like every person in the world, probably there's something that's far for them to believe in. You know what I mean? That's too far.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And history was built on people that like built on belief and like what they wanted to see in the world, like you bring up the world, took years.
Yeah.
Years and years. And so it's also, I think, leaning on that. And that's another way to build belief, is to find stories.
Mm-hmm.
Find stories of people that believed and got what they wanted. Find stories of people getting things that you want.
Yeah.
Because that naturally ups the belief.
Yep. So to kind of like summarize and wrap up here, start with what you believe. So if you don't believe in something, there's something you want to believe in, start with the areas and the subjects and the places that you are solid in, that you do believe. Go make that list. Go make a video if you want. Tag us. And then the next thing I want to say is to go slow. Like go for what you do believe and let that build up. Anything else, Cass?
No, I think that's two very simple steps to put into practice now. Step one being is the first and most important one.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Go be awesome.
Thank you for joining us on the Manifest It Now show, where you learn how to leverage the law of attraction to manifest your dreams. Now that you're inspired, share the love and review us on iTunes. While you're there, remember to subscribe.